Hi, long time no see. I'm making this video because I had a conversation with a random stranger in a coffee shop talking about my journey, and then I watched the Netflix series one day and I was sobbing. Absolutely sobbing. And I was remembering back in a time where I never cried, and that was with the glorious days of anorexia. So I went back to my YouTube channel and looked at my old videos, and wow, how the times have changed. And I just wanted to talk about, what does recovery feel like? And I think before I would have given a very rudimentary answer centered around body and food. And although, yes, food is a large part of things and body is a large part of things, there's a much bigger aspect involved. Now, this video, I've tried to make videos before. There's been a lot of change in my life since last time you saw me. I'm a big girl job as a physical therapist in a new city, and I've kind of had to start from scratch with the people that I know, but I'm very happy with the people that I know now. So it's been a long time, but we're going back to the basics of where I usually started back in the day, with one single take and a phone. So this is the only way that my computer accepts videos, so I'm sorry for pauses or any emotions that come up, because they're gonna stay, and this is gonna be very boring for anybody who doesn't know me. So anyway, let's talk about it. I think that the realization that I had was that, I don't know if you guys got told this when you had an eating disorder, but it was kind of like this air of selfishness surrounding the eating disorder. Like, how dare you make this artificial problem for yourself? Meaning that, why are you starving yourself and jeopardizing your health and your happiness for the sake of being skinny? And do this to yourself and do this to others around you when there are real problems happening around us. And I was thinking back to that. Real problems, I'm gonna tread my steps lightly. I didn't care. I didn't give a shit about anything or anyone. I just cared about being skinny, and I was terrified all the time. I was sick all the time, and I just didn't have a care. My grandmother died. So many people died in that time. I didn't give a shit. And it was like, all I could do was get up in the morning and walk, without fainting. It was a big thing to be able to do anything. So feeling and processing emotions and having real problems was really difficult when you're just surrounded by misery and the artificial drive to starve yourself and to die. When I started recovery, I had huge emotions that I think I was grieving the people that I had lost when I was sick. And I think that I was just grieving the loss of those years. And I really didn't have the vernacular to describe those feelings or any way to process them healthily while also trying to recover, which we all know is very difficult. So I think my pitch for recovering would be different now. I think my pitch for recovery a few years ago would be, imagine freedom from food. Imagine, not caring about your body checking tests. Imagine this weight off your shoulders. And now I want to pitch, like, imagine caring. Imagine breaking, imagine happiness. Like, imagine these large emotions that imagine sobbing over a Netflix special called One Day, starring these two wonderful characters. Like, imagine that. Like, your day and your feelings aren't hindered and stymied by this incessant drive to kill yourself, pretty much. I mean, it is nice to eat Jenny's ice cream at 8 in the morning too. Like, that's nice. And not feel guilty about that. Or McDonald's or whatever. Like, that's nice. But it's just so low on the totem pole of what I think about. Like, imagine caring. Like, I think it is a privilege to care and to hurt and to love, like all of these things that I just didn't really care about when I was anorexic. I kind of went into a whirlwind when I started recovery, and a lot of social things kind of blew up in my face, and I was tail spinning, and that kind of led me into like a different kind of relapse at times. But now I look back at it as like, I would have given a shit when I was anorexic. Like, that was a sign of recovery. Anyway, I think there's, I just imagine caring. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. Bye.